Courtney assured me she was done with Chris and prostitution, but tragically, her life was cut short when she was murdered in a hotel at only 23 years old. Today, Chris is back because he says that coming on the show changed him. He not only wants to prove it to me, but he also wants to prove it to his wife, Chisa. Take a look.
Well, after the show, I decided I was going to go back to the same thing again, but obviously that didn't turn out well. I ended up being arrested right after the show. I ended up going to prison. When I got out of prison, I found that Courtney was still into prostitution. She was still doing things that she said she wasn't going to do. She lost her life basically the same way that Steve told her she would if she didn't listen to what he was telling her about life and what he was showing her also. Courtney chose to be in an environment where prostitutes, drug dealing, and things like that was happening. I met Chisa 5 years ago in a fish market. By me meeting Chisa, that changed me because she was different. And at one time I thought all women was the same, you know what I'm saying? But her family, they kind of like got a little background on me, so they like introduced her with it. With that, she just don't believe that I do the right thing now. She think I'm doing the same things because of the fact that I come in. Sometimes I got money, she wanna know where that money come from, where I got that money from. I really called the show because of the fact that Steve really spoke something and I didn't hear him right at that time. You know what I'm saying? It replayed in my mind later. And I don't think Courtney heard him at all because if she did, she would be living. But I think that what Steve's saying to the world, I think that some people need to take it serious.
Chisa, you're now married to Chris. When you watch that, what goes through your mind?
It's heartbreaking because me watching it like him right there 13 years ago, that's not the man that I know.
How long have you been with Chris?
5 years.
5 years. And when you met him, you had no idea?
No, he was like this perfect guy. He was opening doors. Like, I prayed for a man, and I mean, that's what God sent me. And it was like Prince Charming. Like, I'm looking for all the flaws, negativity, and it's like, well, nothing. But like after we like rushed into marriage, and like after I got married to him, it's like the extra stuff started coming. You know, staying out all times of night. You know, saying I'm fishing. You know, just doing all the odds and ends stuff, and it really don't add up.
And when did you find out about his past?
Like a couple of months after we got married. Like
he told you?
No, he didn't tell me. He left. People were like, well, oh, he probably up to his old ways.
And that's when you found out
Yes,
about it?
that's when I found out about it.
When you found out about it, did it blow you away? Did it shock you?
Yes, it shocked me because I have children. And I'm like, oh, wow, if somebody can do that to someone else's child, you know, they can do it to mine. So I'm just like, I had to find some kind of way like to get clarity about it. So it's just like, I'm just here just to like really find out, is he back doing the same ways? So what makes you think that he might be back to his old ways of, you know, putting girls out for prostitution, selling drugs? I mean, he would leave and days at a time, not give me no whereabouts, where he at, what he doing, how he doing it, you know, it just, he'll come back with money. And I'm just like, okay, so what, no
Where
explanation.
did that come from?
Yeah, I just can't have that around me and my kids.
It ain't like that, baby, no more, man. I know it. You gotta believe what
I'm just saying, like, that part of you, like, what I say on that tape was, like, horrible.
I know.
mean,
I was horrible.
I couldn't expect nobody child to go through that, like, seriously. Nobody.
Proud of that?
I mean,
I was ashamed.
It was like you was counterfeit to me.
If I could go change that, I would have changed it. I was selfish by not telling you. But things were so well, you know what I'm saying? Everything was so good for us, and I didn't want that to be in at that time.
But once you do marry somebody, you're supposed to be partners and stuff, and you're keeping secrets from her.
Exactly.
Where are you disappearing to at night? Why?
It ain't like a disappearing thing. It's just that certain things that I was tied into. You know what I mean? I had to get resolved with different people, different things. Some of them I didn't even want them to even know about her. You know what I mean? Because, you know, some people don't let things go like that, you know?
And she's saying though, but if you are slipping up and you fail the slide detector test, she's not going to have you in her life anymore.
If I was in her shoes, if I felt that way, if somebody was doing the same thing that I seen on TV, I think the same thing should happen.
And you really changed.
Yes. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not 100% perfect. I have flaws.
Nobody is.
Yeah. I might not tell her certain things or stuff like that, but...
Have you sold drugs or been involved in prostitution since you've been with her?
No, man. Listen, that's something that I sat down in prison to and just really learned that the drugs and prostitution, it can really do more than just send you to prison. It can destroy families, it can destroy lives, which I just see.
Well, I gotta imagine Courtney's family's devastated about what happened to
man.
her.
You know, not just hers, but even the people that knew her, her friends and stuff like that. And people that knew her, they knew me, you know. Right. That's most definitely something Steve could never
But you're
happen.
here today. What do you want to say to your wife?
That I love you. And you know that, but I don't want you to think that just because who I was is who I am now.
You can love from afar, though. What you doing to me is like hurt me tremendously. And I mean,
wish I could change it.
Wishing,
I can't change it.
Wishing,
I'm here now to get that right.
Wishing is one thing, but for somebody to step up and be in their action, showing that, okay, I'm serious about this. I want this to work. I want this to be here. I'm here. That's in the flesh. That's something I need. Not nobody saying they wish. I can wish all day. I can wish I was rich, but I'm not. So I need somebody to tell me that I'm serious. I'm here. I need to feel your hands when I feel alone. Not wondering where. Oh, is he dead? Is he gone? Where is he? Is he laying with a woman? What is it?
But you came here to prove to your wife that she shouldn't have doubts. But no matter what this lie detector test, it sounds like you need to have a better way to communicate with your wife and tell her everything, and not have doubts, not putting doubts in her mind.
Sir.
Chris, you came here, took a lie detector test, and we asked you, since being married to Chisa, have you pimped or managed any girls in the sex trade? You answered no. Since being married to Chisa, have you sold any illegal drugs? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question, and it came back that Chris told the truth.
I told you.
Still need to clean up.
I will. I promise you. I won't keep nothing to myself.
People deserve second chances, and I think you're making the most of it. We didn't see eye to eye the first time you're on the show. I'm happy to see that, you know, you're a family man now, got a beautiful wife, beautiful family. Don't screw it up, right? You know, a lot of people come on the show and they don't make the positive changes in their life.
Yeah.
We see that with Courtney, tragically. She went back. We thought when at the end of the conclusion of that show that she was going to make a change, and by not making a change, she tragically lost her life.
Can I please say something?
Of course.
People who watching the show, audience, don't take this as a joke. This is real. I thought the show was a joke. You might know somebody out there that making bad decisions like I did. Don't look over them just because they doing the wrong thing. They might think they doing right. And that's all I ever thought, you know what I'm saying, that I was doing right. But Steve is real. I watched it, man, from my own eyes, man. I watched somebody I cared for, love, leave from not just paying attention to what Steve had to say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people looked at me as the bad guy. Hey, I accepted that part. But, you know, she didn't listen to him. She didn't listen, man. And if y'all got somebody y'all deal with or something like that, please call Steve or something, for real.
Thanks, man. Good luck, man. I used to see that all the time. Good luck, man.